everyone, I'm Christiana. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with my husband Doug.
Hi.
I'm so excited because he has decided to join us in this very special video, which is all about how we met. And this is our dog Coda. And before I forget to mention it, this is also a collaboration with two of my friends here on YouTube. Abby over at Lovely Things with Abby, as well as Abby at Inspired to Health. So after you finish watching this video, be sure to check them out. They both do a lot of videos similar to mine, so you're gonna really enjoy them. So be sure you do click on both their links below. They will also both be sharing about how they met their husbands. So I know I'm really looking forward to watching their videos as well. So let's get into the video. We met online on Christian Mingle. And I mentioned that in a video previously, so we're just gonna go into more detail about that. So he first wrote to me.
So I was going through the profiles looking for who was out there, and I came across this one girl who had like a novel and a half of a profile. Talked about her upbringing and homeschooling, and that she was an old soul and out of place in time and those sorts of things. So it kind of struck a chord with me. I was also homeschooled, so that gave us something in common right off the bat, and I feel like an old soul sometimes myself. So I shot her an email that she didn't respond to. I was crushed.
For like a couple weeks, I didn't respond to. I had seen his email, but I don't know what happened. I guess I forgot to respond.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, I don't know. But then I was just going back through my emails because I was decided to give it one more look, go through all my emails and make sure I didn't miss anything. And then I saw his profile again and I was like, what? Why didn't I write to him? Because looking at his profile, I was super impressed, which I had looked at it before because I remembered seeing it before. I don't know what happened there, but I was just like, I hope he still is interested and he'll still write back. He wrote to me on May 22nd and I didn't write back until June 4th, which is really not that long.
That's a really long time.
No. So I wrote to him and then just sort of tried to forget about it because I figured, well, he's probably not gonna write back because he's probably moved on, so yeah. And a few days later, then he wrote back to me. And we just started talking from there. It wasn't like, we didn't even meet for, I don't know, a few weeks. No, it was probably like 9 or 10, just like really long emails back and forth, just figuring out that we had a lot in common. So, but honestly, the whole time he was writing to me, I was just thinking, is he for real? And I was really kind of nervous, and I kind of felt like he was really mysterious. So I was super nervous about meeting, and I kind of tried to keep the emails going for as long as I could. Yeah, so like a week and a half later, then he just like at the end of one of his emails was like, so do you want to go to dinner? So he asked for dinner and I was really nervous and I was hoping that we could just do something more casual, like coffee. That way we could, run if it was awkward or weird. But I was like, sure. So again, this was like after a week and a half of writing every single day, pretty much back and forth. So I felt like if he was for real, that he was a really cool guy.
Yeah, and she lived 2 hours away from me, so driving 2 hours for just coffee seemed, silly.
Yeah, I suppose. So as we started planning more and more, I gave him my phone number because I was really getting nervous as it came towards it, and I was hoping he would call me first because then we could like hear each other's voices and everything. But he didn't call me or text me until like the day before or something just to confirm. But yeah, he didn't even call me. Of course I didn't ask him to. I just sort of put it out there because, And then I sort of also put out there that we could just do coffee, that it was okay with me too, but he didn't take me up on that. He was like, no, dinner. So I was like, wow, he's really like, he seems to know what he wants, and he's just, I don't know, straight to the point. Yeah, it wasn't. So we set up the meeting date for June 20th, and he was gonna come to where I lived. So June 20th arrived, and we were gonna meet at Jack Stack
Barbecue.
Okay, so you got there how early? It's like 20 or 30 minutes early, right?
Like an hour.
Oh, an hour. So
Yeah.
we got there like an hour early, and I was like almost 5 minutes late, wasn't it?
Something like that.
I don't know, but I was like pulling up, got into the parking lot, and it was really packed. So I texted.
It's a good thing I got there early because we still had to wait for a table.
Oh, that's right. So he got that started, and then when I got there, I saw him and recognized him from the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And we shook hands.
Shook hands, yeah.
We just shook hands.
And I was like, she looks like she does in her pictures.
And we sat down outside the restaurant because it was a nice day. We were actually, it was really hot. I remember being really hot. We were waiting for
You're
our.
really hot.
So was he. I was thinking like yeah, he looks like his pictures, and yeah. So we were eating our dinner and having a great talk, and I honestly don't remember a lot of what we talked about. We talked about his job and various things, and but I was so nervous that I was just thinking like 30 seconds ahead or 3 minutes ahead of like how to keep the conversation going and what to talk about next. I was really nervous. And then at the end, I thought, oh, he's probably gonna ask to like go for a walk, you know, extend it because he drove all this way or whatever. And I was like, okay. So we were like walking outside the restaurant, and then he just asked if I wanted to do it again.
Yep.
And I didn't really have time to think about it because didn't expect that. I thought like maybe he would call or text like a week later because he wouldn't want to like show he was too interested, the normal games that people play. But
mine made up, love at first sight. You needed to lock that down.
so I was like, yes. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I just said yes because it was on the spot. And so we both went our separate ways and drove off. And he had a Jeep, so that was another thing. He pointed out his Jeep, and I always like wanted a Jeep, so that was pretty cool, among other things.
So like I said, I thought she was great right off the bat, and knew that I had to pull out all the stops for this one. So the next date that we did was just a few days later, and I came up with the go painting and drink wine class thing. So
You put out a few like ideas. You were like, I was thinking about these 4 things, and I saw like he suggested going painting, and I was like, wow, what guy would do that with me? That's cool. Yeah, so I was like, I'll do that one.
Yeah, so
4 days later, right?
Yeah, 4 days later we went and painted and drank some wine. It was a good time. Yeah, got our pictures taken by some people there. So that was our first picture together. Also.
I'll put that up on the screen here so you can see that.
And then kind of furthering the pull out all the stops thing, the next thing we did was we went to a drive-in movie theater. It was showing Inside Out and
Jurassic World.
Doubleheader.
He knew that I liked like old movies and that kind of setting, so he wanted to do something a little old-fashioned.
Yeah.
He packed like candies and
movie
those
theater candy.
Yeah, movie theater
box.
And he also brought the chairs, like the fold-out chairs.
Yep.
And we just set those up next to the Jeep. And then we talked about a lot of stuff before, leading up to the movie.
And that was the first date she let me pick her up.
Oh, right. I let you pick me up on the second date. Oh, that was the third date.
Yeah. We just talked about the others, yeah.
So then a few days later after that, we went to Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
And we played a bunch of games.
Arcade games and stuff.
Yeah. And
got lunch.
We had lunch there. I remember that was when he asked me what my favorite color was.
Coral?
Coral, yeah. That was what it was then. I still like it a lot. But he was like, coral? What?
What is that?
And I didn't know at the time, but he was going to use that for something later.
Yeah?
And so, yeah, I had a really good time playing games. I never, again, did anything like that because I really didn't have a lot of fun before I met him. I just kind of worked, went to bed and got up and worked the next day. So yeah, he made it a lot of fun, and that was just really different and nice. And we also were having deep conversations at the same time. So
yeah. At the end of the date, I let her know that I wasn't going to be seeing anyone else, and she told me she needed a week or so or some time.
I didn't tell you how much.
She said she needed some time to think things over, and I thought I was dead in the water. So a week later, she texted me.
Yeah,
she texted me, and I happened to be in the same city as her for work, and she suggested we could do something again. So we kind of just threw something together. We went to Guitar Center. Guitar Center. We played guitar. We both play guitar. If you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Then we went to
We went to Shields.
Shields. We went to Shields.
We went on like a
the Ferris wheel thing there.
He found out I was afraid of heights.
Yeah.
So he shook it.
Yeah, rocked the basket. That
trying
was fun.
to get me to like.
It was a good time.
Oh, we also went roller skating.
Yeah, she had told me she wanted to be a figure skater growing up, so I thought, okay, we'll go roller skating. That'll win some points.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep, and then we went and saw Ant-Man.
Yeah, and keep in mind he was living 2 hours away, so he was always like commuting and driving either his motorcycle or his Jeep and staying up really late to do it.
And then I tried to touch her hand during the movie and she pulled away from me.
No, I didn't know he was trying to do that. During the movie Ant-Man, that was the last thing of the date. Like, we had our hands like on the rest, just like kind of next to each other. Like
and
this.
over a course of like an hour and a half,
He was trying to move closer, but I didn't know.
Like that. And then when I finally touched her, she went.
No, he didn't even. I didn't even notice him touch me. I just like scratched my. I didn't do it on purpose. But anyway, so then he really surprised me about our next date, and he was like, well, we were like texting, I think. What do you want to do? And he's like, I'll leave it up to you. And I was like, oh. So I started researching all these things that we could do, trying to think of what we could do. But actually, he had a plan. And he sent me a picture of these 3 envelopes.
With 1, 2, 3 with question marks on them.
And I'll put a picture of that if I can find it. But yeah, he just sent 3 envelope picture to my phone of 3 envelopes with the numbers on it and told me to choose which envelope. And in the envelopes, there would be what we were going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I chose number 3.
It was a 1940s themed date where we would be getting dressed up and going to a restaurant that was as close as I could find to like an old speakeasy kind of thing. And I found like 40s music to play on the drive and such. What she didn't know at the time was that I originally was going to come up with 3 different ideas, but then as I kind of started with this idea, it became so good, in my opinion, that had to be the right choice. So I just put it in the envelope after she picked.
Right? Oh.
No, I just after she picked a number, then I stuffed the envelope. And,
Cheated.
Yeah, I cheated.
I actually just found that out like a few months ago. I had no idea. I really
like
thought.
A year and a half ago. We've been married almost 3 years now.
I just recently found that out. I actually really thought he had 3 different date ideas for at least a year into our marriage. So.
Yeah.
He knew I liked the 40s or whatever, so he planned that date, and I was like, wow, this gets better and better. Like, who would do this? So I picked out a dress I actually had in my closet forever. I had gotten it for some reason that I hoped that I had an occasion to wear it, and I never had. So, and I'll put a picture of that too. So,
yeah.
So we both dressed up.
Yeah, I had a suit and wore my great-grandpa's fedora from back in the day, so that was cool.
And people were like looking at us, staring at us as we walked down the street. They were giving us thumbs up and like, wow, you guys look great.
So after, the dinner and the movie and all these fun 40s things, I asked her to swing dance with me.
Yeah.
Played some 40s big band music. And,
on his phone, he found that.
Yeah, and YouTubed how to swing dance.
Yeah, so we kind of learned that, and I was so surprised. Yeah, so like a couple weeks later, he invited me to see, where he grew up, and had a whole day planned out, things we were going to see and do. And
parks where me and my friends used to hang out, and a little sightseeing.
That was one of the most memorable dates, actually, like just seeing where he grew up. I met his best friend too, and we were planning to watch a movie at his best friend's house. So we got through the whole movie, and so I had planned from the very beginning that, all right, this is the day I'm going to find the perfect situation to tell him that I want to be his girlfriend. And then, like, for whatever reason, I kept thinking this wasn't the perfect time, so I waited till the very end of the day, and then I still thought, I guess.
And she kept alluding to she was going to tell me something, but then didn't tell me.
Yeah, so he did bring it up again finally on that day. He kind of brought it up again. So you were walking me out to the car.
Yep.
And then he's like, I know you don't want me to ask this again, or something like that. I don't know How did you
I think I said, no, you said you're not ready to kiss
Oh
yet,
yeah, that's what
but
it
I
was.
really want to kiss you. I do believe is what I said.
Yeah, he said that as we were walking to my car. Then I told him that I had given it some thought and I had decided that the answer was yes. And he was like, yes to which one? Because he's like,
well, about kissing.
So then I said, yes, I wanted to be his girlfriend. And then he kissed me.
Mm-hmm. And her hair was in her mouth.
Yeah, our first kiss, my hair was in my mouth. So then I took it out. We laughed and then we did better. And then I got in the car and then I drove away. So.
August 5th.
So we also celebrate that as one of our anniversaries.
Yeah. I went inside and told my friend and did a little happy dance and chest bump, bro style. Yeah.
And then fast forward.
October 20th.
Yeah, October 20th, he met my family. We drove like 1,000 miles to meet my family who all live in Virginia.
We were driving around the Blue Ridge Mountains and came across this really great overlook up in the mountains there. And so I kind of took mental note of where it was because it was getting towards the end of the day. So we came back the next day under the guise of having a picnic.
Yeah, Grandma packed us a picnic.
Had a picnic and went back to the same spot. And then we were standing at the overlook and, I was talking to her about how special she was and how great she was making my life and so on and so forth. And I started, trying to drop down on my knee and she's trying to hold me up because she thought I was having like a heart attack.
No, I did not. I just thought, what's he doing? Like he's falling or something. Like I didn't know what was going on. So I was trying to hold him. I was trying to hold him up and he was trying to propose.
Yeah.
And
so
then
finally,
I saw the ring and then it made sense.
Finally got down and asked her to marry me, and
I said, of course.
Yeah, and then I sang
the country song.
I started singing "Already Called You Mine" by Parmalee.
Yeah, it was really sweet.
Yeah, so that's a special song for us now.
Mm-hmm. That's our song.
And then another couple so happened to be coming up the trail near where we were, so they took some pictures for us. We recreated the scene, so that was nice.
I hadn't done my hair that day and I'd only painted one fingernail, and Grandma, she was like, go on. She knew we were gonna have a date, but she didn't know that he was gonna propose. So she was like, just do your hair later, just do your nails later. So I had one fingernail painted and my hair was like a mess. So yeah, it's funny now, but Grandma afterward was like, oh, if only I would have known, I wouldn't discourage you to do that.
And then December 5th, we got married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got married, and so we were engaged after 4 months. Exactly. Yeah, because it was October 20th, and we met for the first time on June 20th.
Yeah.
So we ended up getting married just over 5 months after meeting.
Yeah. I had a nice little fairy tale wedding.
Yeah.
I had been in the National Guard, so we had a sword arch.
It's really special.
That was nifty. That was kind of the only thing I wanted specifically for me and the wedding was a sword.
So that's how we met, and now we've been married for almost 2.5 years.
2.5 years, yeah. Coming up on our third dating anniversary.
Yeah, we've almost known each other for 3 years. So, and this is now, in case you're watching this later, it's March 2018.
April.
Oh, it's April
2018.
Yeah, so is there anything else we want to say, or is that it?
That's how I met. Okay. Bye.
Wait, come back. Also, if you all want to see him in a video again, please give this video a thumbs up because he was so nice enough to join me in this video. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll hopefully both see you again really soon. If not, I'll see you really soon. And of course, don't forget to go check out Abby over at Lovely Things with Abby. I absolutely love her channel. She actually has a series going on right now all about growing closer in your marriage. So I was really excited when she contacted me about joining in on that with this video here. Also check out my other friend Abby at Inspired to Health. She and I recently did a collaboration together, you may remember, just a couple weeks ago on dealing with worry and anxiety. So if you haven't already checked her out, go visit her channel. And of course, you're not going to want to miss her video on how she met her husband. So I'm actually going over to check both of their videos out now as well. And I'll have both of their videos linked below in the description box. I really enjoyed doing this collaboration with them. Go check that out and I'll see you really soon. Bye.
Bye.
Hi everyone, this is Christiana. Welcome back to my channel.
I'm Doug.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Christiana. They're